friends and family. Welcome to the video. Thank you for joining me in this one. Uh, Today's video, this is a little bit of a how-to. I'm about to run an ad for an account here, and so I figured why not put this up? I debated whether or not I wanted to, because making these videos always does make things take just a little bit longer. But I really do want to create some content here that could be helpful for my community, for small businesses, for people that are looking to do some techie stuff on their own. If you can't afford to pay somebody to do this stuff for you, why not put some information out here for you guys so you know how to do this stuff. So this is we're going to be running an ad through Meta, and this ad is going to show on Facebook and on Instagram and on Messenger. Actually, that's one of the beautiful things about Meta is that the ads they show on multiple platforms, and they're all Facebook, Instagram, and Facebook Messenger. They're used a ton. So to get to this spot, you just go to your Facebook here. Well, I guess you can't see it up here. You just go to Facebook, and then I guess let me show you exactly how to do that. Okay, so let's say that you are in Facebook. It's best to do this from a computer or a laptop, just FYI. We're running this for Johnson Construction. By the way, if you have a beach house in Long Beach, Washington, and you want some remodeling work done, or you got some work that needs to be done in the house, like some repair service or anything like that, Johnson Construction, they do real good work. Jason's a good guy, man. You couldn't have somebody better working on your property out here. Jason's a real good guy. Anyway, so the where you go is over here on this little account spot. You pop this open. You can click here to see all the profiles if you have a bunch of them. But where you really want to go to for your business profile, if you don't know already, is here to Meta Business Suite. Click on that. That opens it up. I'm not going to show you the homepage of his Meta because there are analytics and things like that I don't want to share with the public. This is his private information. The reason why I'm showing this is because this is the first ad that we've run for this account. And so there's no metrics here or anything like that I'm giving away for this business, right? So I'm able to show you guys this stuff and still protect my clients' personal business information. That's super important to me. So anyway, once you open up Meta, it'll have you here on this home screen. All you do is you hover over and you click on the ads here. Sometimes I have seen some accounts where ads is not here, and you actually have to click into all tools. And then it's right here under advertise. Okay, so if you don't see it on your side menu here, just click into all tools and you'll be able to get to it. This is the main page that you will see once you go into the ads. And so we're going to start our first one. I already created the ad, and we're going to be running a video ad. I already created it yesterday, and so we're just going to actually run the ad. So I'll show you that process, right? So click on this blue create ad button, nice big blue button here. Now you got a bunch of different things that you can select here as far as your goals, what you want the ad to do. This is really important to select the proper thing here for you. If you have a website, I highly, highly, highly recommend doing this one. Facebook doesn't love it when you do this because it takes people off their platform. They would rather you do just about any of these other ones, but this is the one that's going to help you with a bunch of other metrics. So, like, you can track uh, the performance of your ad through the website and through the analytics reports that you can pull on the website, in addition to the analytics reports that you get through Meta through actually running the ad. So it's a very good idea to send people to your website, especially if you have a good website that's designed to convert the lead. You really want to send people to the website. I've tried this out. This there's additional setup that needs to be done within Meta to be able to properly use this. And if you don't know how to do that setup, I do not recommend clicking this option. Realistically, you're gonna want to use this one or this one. or get more messages. Those are the three that I recommend using. If you have a local business, like and you're trying to drive traffic to your actual shop, this is a really good option as well. But I generally go with this one because I build these websites and I want to send people to them, and we do a pretty good job of building sites that drive traffic. So um, select that. So we're gonna work on this part here, right? So we need to have a good description. Use AI, you guys. If you're not using AI at this point, I don't know what to tell you. Great. So I'm actually going to. I guess maybe I'll. Let me see. Let me pull up his GPT here. So, I guess, yeah, let me show this process. We'll pull this over here. I won't do this all on a different screen. So we've got all of our different accounts over here on the side, right? And I've got Johnson Construction selected because this is the account. It's got all the history here of the stuff, right, that it can pull from. And with ChatGPT, one of the things that I really like is you can select the different mode that you want it to be utilizing. Right now, I'm using 4.0. Uh, it just gives you can get different types of responses. 4.0, ChatGPT 4.0, you have to pay to be able to use this one. But I do like the way that it sounds. The 4.0 sounds over the ChatGPT 5 and later models. But let's just go ahead and prompt this. Let me figure this out real fast. So here's the prompt that I did, right? Let you read that. And this is what it came up with. It's pretty good, right? But one thing that I always recommend doing is making sure you check the information, check the data. I've had it be wrong on this, even after like entering it in previous chats. It still can get it wrong sometimes. So we're going to go to the website. By the way, this is the website that we built for them. Make sure that this phone number is correct, 360-244-5323. Boom, there we go. Then johnsonconstructionlb.com. I know that's correct, but we can still double check that, make sure that's right. And why not take a second to show you guys the website. They do really good work. Johnson Construction LB, if any of you guys are looking to get some work done on some homes up here in Long Beach, they do pole barns, all kinds of stuff. Good stuff. Good guys too. Good. Jason's a good dude. You guys will like him. Anyway, so we're gonna take this. Actually, let me go ahead and copy this. I'm just gonna copy and paste this sucker. I'm telling you, you can write your own stuff. There's some people that still like to do that, and there's sometimes that I write out my own post and things. But realistically, you guys, ChatGPT is going to do a better job than you can in a much faster time. I mean, look at all these hashtags and stuff that it got on there. If you're really wanting to do something short and really personalized, go for it. But when you're talking about trying to have something formatted that is going to capture eyes, that's going to be formatted well, it's going to have good information in it and quickly, you really ought to be using an AI for that at this point in time, you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and select the media. So we're gonna come in here, and I gotta upload this. Forgot to upload it. Had to grab it from here. I edited this, created this on my phone. I actually like to use my little phone editor. It's pretty quick. You can do some pretty quick little designs. It's important to try to do things quickly. I bill by the hour, so you can do more stuff with like computer when you use editors on like a laptop or a desktop, there is more functionality. You'll get better design out of that, but it takes longer. It does. Computer software, just editing software, does take longer than mobile for whatever reason. I'm sure somebody much smarter than me understands why that is, but if you're looking to do just a quick little job, just for like a quick little social media ad. A lot of phone editors. I use UCut on my phone. One of these days, I'll do a run through, maybe do a little screen recording on my phone for you guys when I'm making a video. Show you how to use UCut. But there it's pretty quick. I think I made this ad yesterday in like 30 minutes or something like that. And then I'll put it at the end of this video. Show you guys the video ad that I made on UCut so you can kind of see what you can make. I use 100% photos. There's actually no video in the ad, but making it on a video editor allows you to add motion and things like that, that you can't do in just like standard slideshows if you had static images on your ad. And you could only select like 5 pictures, because I can only select 5 things on here. You see how this says two right now? Down here you got 2 out of 5 things selected. So if you only do pictures, you can only select 5 things. But if you take those pictures and you put them into you turn it into an actual video, you can put as many as you want on there. You can add music and a bunch of different graphics. You can do a bunch of stuff with it. So highly recommend using a video editor on your phone just for some quick little jobs there. All right, so that's it is uploaded in here. It's just that the thumbnail hasn't uploaded yet. That's kind of the issue with that. Maybe by the time we're done, it will have fixed that. But all right, so we need to get this correct down here. So this is the headline. This is what's going to show up. Well, if the preview was showing, sometimes this happens if you upload video into it. But this is what actually shows next to your button down at the bottom of your ad. So we're gonna keep Johnson Construction, and we're gonna do, maybe I'll do I'm actually gonna do this. There, maybe I'll do that. So where he operates out of, Long Beach, Washington, and then it's what his primary focus is. He told me he wants to focus on remodeling. So you really want to kind of this will help the algorithm, and also it will help human minds to quickly organize the thought as well when they see the ad. So short, succinct, and direct, I guess, is a good way to put that. So we want to make sure that we got the website URL in here, right? So I'm going to grab this from the website. I'll come back over here, drop that in there. And then you want to make sure that you select a good button. So with this, I'm going to actually click the contact us, because that's what I want people thinking is like, oh, these guys look good. I want to talk to them. And then it's going to take them to the website, which, as you see, very first thing on the mobile site, this is up here too. Phone number is right there. Get a quote if somebody doesn't really want to talk immediately. That takes you down here to this form. There's a couple of different forms on this website. So that, like I said, sending people to a website that's designed well to capture traffic is honestly the best way to set up your ads. We're gonna check the phone number. It looks like the phone number is not the correct phone number. I don't know where I pulled that from. So I'm gonna get this 244-5323. Put it over here, 360-244-5323, and just quintuple check that. Right, cool. So what this does is this adds in a contact method. So as the ad is playing, I don't always do this one. It depends on the business that I'm running an ad for and what the purpose of the ad is. But for this one, I really do want people reaching out to him. So what happens when you set this is as the ad is running, this phone number is going to pop up, right? And people can actually click it from their phone and just contact immediately, right? So anybody that is really actively looking for somebody to remodel their home in Long Beach, I want to make it as easy as possible to reach out to Jason, Mr. Jason Johnson, as easy as they can, right? So, all right. So the most important thing I would say, one of the most important things about setting your ad is setting the audience. You see here that it says United States, right? Just audience details, United States. You don't want that because then this is going to go all over the United States instead of being targeted for everybody that's 18 years old and up. That's going to be a lot of wasted money. All right. So, what we need to do is we need to set our audience. First thing I'm going to do, because this is a contractor looking for people that are going to be maybe remodeling a home. I'm gonna set it. I'll set it to 20. I'm gonna set it to like 27. Okay, let's be real. It's 2025, almost 2026 at the filming of this. All right. I hate to say it, but young people aren't buying houses as much as they used to, right? So I want to make sure that this ad isn't going to people that are too young because the chances that they're going to be able to act on this are going to is going to be very low below this age range, right? So I want to try to keep it in an age range that people can actually act on this. Then I want to select my location. So obviously we're going to do Long Beach, Washington. Got to do WAS for it to show up at the top of the list there. And then I'm gonna beef this up a little bit. We're actually nah. This one I do actually, thinking about it, I do want this one. I'm gonna select multiples, right? I want this one. This is covering the entire peninsula. We're gonna get in down into Nacelle, which is probably right about over here, right? I know that he would go down into Nacelle if somebody contacted him for that. So this is gonna be a good, um, this is gonna capture a good area, right? And then a lot of people that live on the peninsula actually work across the river too. And so if somebody's scrolling their social media across the river here in Astoria, and they've got a home in Long Beach and they're thinking about doing some remodel, I want it to pop up on their list as well. All right. That's the reasoning behind this bubble, right? Where hold on, let's get it to do that. There we go. All right. So next, he specifically said that he wants to target the Seattle area, right? So I'm gonna select this one, Seattle Tacoma DMA. You'll notice that it selects this entire area, right? So this is I like selecting this area for a lot of my targeted marketing because actually I'm not going to do it for this one. Come to think about it. Normally, I'm really thinking about this. Normally, I do like to use this one for the posts that I do for a lot of my businesses in Long Beach because a lot of people um, come to Long Beach from this entire area. We get a lot of tourist traffic from here. But realistically, he's wanting to target people specifically in kind of like more of the Seattle area. This is more broad than I really want this specific ad to be. So I'm not going to use this one. And I'm going to do Seattle. And I think it's actually this one is the one that I'm going to do. Okay, so you see now we've got another little bubble kind of like this. And I'm going to beef this up a little bit and put it kind of more like this. This I'm capturing the entirety of the Seattle metropolitan area and these kind of smaller, these are like independent little towns around the region of Seattle that kind of like they're small towns that they pop into Seattle for like big shopping and things like that. You want to, and some of these people will have beach homes out in Long Beach as well. And I definitely want to include Tacoma in here because this is another major metropolitan area. In fact, I'm just seeing that Olympia is out of my bubble. And so we're going to beef this up so that Olympia is in here as well because we get a lot of tourist traffic from this area, and a lot of people in this area have vacation homes out here in Long Beach. So I know that a lot of his target demographic is going to be here, the people that he specifically wants to target. I'm going to do one more on here though, because I know that because of how, let me see, is that do that right one? That's the wrong one. I always pick the wrong one. Hold on. There we go. All right. So because I look at a lot of the demographics for businesses in that come to Long Beach, I know that the traffic from Oregon, the predominant traffic that we get from Oregon comes out of the Portland metro area. So I've got the Portland metro area, all the way down into Lake Oswego, up here into Vancouver, across the river here. This is Vancouver, Washington, actually. This is kind of like the the greater Portland metro area is what I would say. And we actually get a good amount of traffic to the beach from this specific area. And there's a good amount of people in Portland that have beach homes in Long Beach as well. So I want to target this area as well with this. So I'm not going to do this part of it, but I do want to just show this real fast. You can really dig into demographics with this. You can really do some serious targeting for your ads. Since this is the first ad, oh, wait, hold on a second. Let's do this. There we go. Since this is the first ad, I'm not going to get into all that detailed targeting. I want to be more broad. I'm targeting age and region, location right now because I want to see more demographic information as far as what the people that are really engaging with this ad. Before I drill in any further and be more restrictive with the people that I put this in front of, right? So I want to have a little bit more detail than what I have right now before I add any more restrictions to this ad. Hopefully that makes sense. So come down here. This is where we put in our money, right? So we've got what I'm going to do, because you can run ads continuously and just come in and update them, and it just is going to do a daily amount, right? What I like to do though is I like to schedule my ads. I like to set a specific amount and time frame on this. So I'm going to run this. I'm actually probably going to run this. Why not run this until about the, let's see, let's take a look. Let's play around with this a little bit. Trying to think like how much trying to think how much I want to show you guys, as far as this goes. I am going to show you the dollar amounts and things like that. I will actually end up showing this to you. Because this isn't like any kind of, personal confidential information that I'm giving out. This isn't like I'm showing you his full ad spend budget or anything like that. I want to make sure I'm respecting my clients and being careful of the information that I'm giving out about how they're operating their businesses and things like that. But there are some things that I want to be able to show you guys as well, so that I can offer some valid and good educational information as well. But you'll notice here, when you kind of move this around, you see this number here. It changes based on how much you're going to spend, your daily value, right? So I'm going to put this at $9 because that's going to put me right about $100 for this ad up until right before Christmas, which I'll have another one done to run through Christmas, through the new year. Most likely is what I'm probably going to do with this one. It's good to refresh them every couple of weeks because people get tired of seeing the same thing on their feed all the time. But this ad, this is every day, right? So every day until the 23rd, I should expect to get about this many views on this, right? So um, that's a good amount. That's a good amount. I'll take that right now. And then what I'll do is once this is completed, or towards the end of this, I'll come in here. I'll look at my metrics, and I'll make adjustments for the next ad uh, to make sure that it is even more impactful, right? All right, so I'm just going to do a once over, make sure everything looks good the way that I want it. All right, it's looking good. All right, so I'm going to go ahead over here and click the publish, and there we go. Go over here to the ads, and it's just going to be in review probably in a couple hours. It usually takes maybe like an hour, maybe two sometimes, depending. takes a little while for it to get through the review. You get an email about it, and then you can come back in here and you'll start to see all your metrics and stuff like that for your ad, and you can start making your adjustments and all the good things. So that is how to just a quick rundown on how to create an ad in Meta. And hopefully this is something that helps you out. If you would like help with this type of stuff, this is what we do at KB Designs. We do web design, graphic design, social media marketing. We do video editing so that we can do video ads for our clients, all that good stuff. A lot of things. We can do wholesale signage. We get orders and get you good pricing on banners and signs and stuff for your business. There's a lot of stuff that we can do for businesses at this point. So if you want some help marketing your business and getting techie, let us know. We'd be happy to help. kbdesigns360.com, and I'll leave you guys with the ad that we just ran so you guys can see it. All right. Thanks for watching to the end. Appreciate you. God bless. Deuces.